The ever impressive. If you can quote that line, I'll give you $1. That's really gross. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shalia if this is your first time here, and today's video is going to be a little bit different for those of you guys who it's not your first time here. Today we're actually doing a mukbang. I'm really excited. I've never done one before. I've actually wanted to do one before, but it always goes left for me. So today's the first time that I feel like this might kind of go the way I want it to go. You know, you never really know until you're like halfway through your video. But anyway, so I really have been craving seafood, and since I've been in quarantine, it's been so hard to really just get my hands on what I kind of want. So I took matters into my own hands and I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna just make it myself. So hopefully I can show you guys this. I got a dozen crab legs and then a pound and a half of Alaskan king crab legs. So I'm just gonna dive in. I asked everyone in my Insta story to just ask me some questions, so this is basically gonna be a Q&A. It's a great opportunity for those of you guys who are brand new here, and even some of you guys who have seen many of my videos before, to really just get to know me and kind of just see where my head's at. So I have the questions here. I had to take a screenshot of some of them just so I didn't lose them in case my story expired. So I do have them all here, and then I have some that are still just like on my Instagram. So I don't really know what these questions are. Some of them might be super easy and other ones might really kick my ass. So anyway, I'm really anxious to eat. So before we get started, of course, you guys already know what I'm going to ask you to do. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. And of course, at the end of the video, if you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. And lastly, but never least, please click the bell so you guys get notified every time I post a video. I know sometimes it's really hard to keep track. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you don't know when a new video is coming. I tend to really let everybody know on IG exactly when I'm going to be posting a new video, so they're always aware. So that's always also like a hint, hint, nudge, nudge for you to go ahead and also follow me on Instagram to make sure you're doing this right. Alright, anyway, I'm diving in. I feel like the first thing I want to do is tackle one of these bad boys, because why not? And I'm going to open up my questions here. So, this one's kind of random, but I guess I'll answer it anyway. Someone asked me if I like Bali. I love Bali. If you guys just saw previously, I posted 2 vlogs of when I was in Bali just last month. Bali is seriously one of my favorite places in the world. If I could live there, I probably would. Of course, like, my whole family is here and work is here and everything, but who knows, maybe, you know, one day I'll get to live there. So yes, the answer to that question is yes, I truly do love Bali. Just one bite in and I'm already like humana. Side note, guys, if you hear a lot of like noise outside, it's just my neighbors. They're like hanging out in the backyard, I think with their kids, even though I feel like it's nighttime now. I don't know. I don't know anymore when the sun goes down. I can't really keep track. It's so good. Alright, so the next question was, how did I get into makeup? I feel like this is like a multi-level answer. I feel like there's like levels to this question. So I started wearing makeup very like minimally when I was in 6th grade. I had met this girl and like, you know, when you're a kid, and even still now, I thought she was so dope. She was like wearing like mascara, lip liner, and lip gloss and stuff like that. So it really started there. And my mom had always really been wearing makeup. She wasn't really like crazy into it, but it's always been in my house. Like most young girls, like, makeup is just around you and you kind of just eventually get into it. And then I wore it all through like middle school. Like minimally, I probably wore like powder foundation and I think I wore like powdered foundation and like blush. And by the time I was in high school, I was really more onto like liquid foundation, lipstick, stuff like that. But I don't think I really started taking it seriously until I started working at Zara. They kind of expect you to come to work kind of, you know, well put together. It really is like a big deal. Like, I've straight up been told, like, you look a mess today, go fix yourself. Like, I'm like, oh shit, okay. So once I started working there, I started, you know, making a little bit more money. Although now that I think back, I'm like, girl, no, you weren't. Where I could kind of afford it a little bit more. So I really started to buy it more, and that's when like Instagram kind of got a pickup. And there was a girl there that I was friends with that was a makeup artist, and so I guess kind of like whenever I had questions on like how to like make a makeup last or like lashes or anything, like I would ask her. And then the more I started buying makeup, the more I kind of just was practicing. And then like I guess like I said, like I've loved makeup for a long time. I guess my skill in it grew. And so by the end of like up until now, it's just been a matter of like practicing and trial and error. And honestly, it just really makes me feel better. Like, it makes me feel good. And that's really, honestly, that's it. That's like how I started. Like, there was no real like epiphany where it was like, oh my god, this is like, I love makeup. It just started as a kid, and then it kind of just grew, and the more I worked at it, the better I got, and the better I got, the more I wanted to get better. Like, it just constantly kept like going that way. Give me a second, I'll tell you the next question. So good. So the next question I got was, what are my thoughts on living single versus living with friends? Can you chill out? I feel like this is kind of like a tough question, because I've never lived with my friends. At most, I've traveled with my friends and spent like not long periods, but like 2 weeks, I guess, is the most amount of time I've ever spent like with a friend all day, every day. And I think the answer is really simple. Living with friends can really change the dynamic, and I can say that for any relationship. Like, living with anyone can really change the dynamic of your relationship. And so I think both of them can be equally rewarding if you are doing it the right way. So if you know that like you and one friend tend to get into like small little arguments and tiffs and like things like that, do I think that that's a friend that you should live with? Absolutely not. And you guys may have the best of times and think that like, oh, like, we only argue every once in a while, it's not a big deal. But if that person is someone that you constantly are having to either like defend yourself or whatever, like, you know what I mean, like whatever it is, then all it's gonna do is ruin your friendship. And of course arguments happen. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my god, like, you know, you should never argue with people. No, we're human beings, everyone's gonna have an argument. But it's also just a matter of like, if that's the type of friend that after you guys argue, you can sit down and either agree to disagree, or you can, one of you or both of you can admit that you were wrong, or that you can, not even that you were wrong, but that you can understand someone else's point of view, then maybe that's the best person for you to live with. I also think that living by yourself can be incredibly rewarding. There's something about coming home and having your own space and being at peace and kind of knowing that you don't have to answer to anybody or tell anybody anything or get mad because someone left their sneakers in the hallway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you have every freedom. So I think it's just different. Like, I think some people don't ever want to live alone, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. Let's see. Would I rather trade intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence? Definitely. I'm trying to make sure I read that correctly. I'm not thinking about it. I already know my answer. I would 100% trade looks for intelligence. 100%. Your brain can get you so far in this world. Do I think your looks can too? Of course it can. Like, let's be real. It also just depends on the business or whatever it is that you're getting yourself into. However, even the most beautiful people can also be, well, obviously they can, but even the most beautiful people are incredibly intelligent. I just think sometimes you get this like idea that like because someone's pretty, that means that they're dumb. No. Like, you can meet the most beautiful fucking surgeon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and she's smart as hell, or he's smart as hell. Like, and also, so not only that, but also looks are subjective. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people tend to forget. Someone who's beautiful to me might not be that beautiful to you. Like, you might look at them and be like, oh, she's cute, or he's, you know, he's cute, but not really my style, and so on and so forth, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So like, I would never be like, yeah, I'll be dumb just to be pretty. That to me sounds crazy. So good. Sorry guys, it's just so good, I can't get over it. Okay, so the next question that I have here is my opinion on friends dating each other's exes. Wait, is there food on my chin? So, I feel like I'm just about to get like so much controversy for my answer. Alright, so first of all, I know there's like the cardinal rule of don't date exes, right? I also believe that we are adults. Now, do I want my best friend going to date my ex? Probably not. However, if my friend came to me on a really like adult, hey, I need to sit down and I need to have a talk with you, you know, and even before anything has happened, but even if you're kind of just like kind of feeling it, or you kind of think he's kind of feeling you, or whatever the case may be, if you come to me and you talk to me and you're like, hey, blah blah blah, if he's not someone who like completely fucked me over, like did some really fucked up shit, I do honestly think that it can be done. Do I think it should be done on the regular? No, because there's plenty of fish in the sea. Like, plenty. Like, you do not need my leftovers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now, if you're gonna be shady about it, I have an issue with that. I really do have an issue with that. Because if that's the case, and you were never really my friend to begin with. If you were really my friend, you would know that you can come and you can talk to me and you can say, and then if I honestly say, I'm really not comfortable with this, it makes me feel some type of way, blah, 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 you take that and you're like, you know what? I understand. Now, if you turn around and you decide to do it anyway, you can rest assured that our friendship is now over. And if you're okay with ending a friendship for a man, then by all means, honey, do you. Now, do I think that's a good idea? No. Because unless you know for a fact that you're marrying that man and he's going to be the father of your kids and you guys are never going to get divorced and he's going to be the light in your life, then I think you losing friends over a relationship is the stupidest thing ever. I really do. So, that's my take on that. Alright, next on the list. If I had to give up 5 of my... English. Which of my 5 senses would I give up if I had to? I really gotta think about that. Damn, I honestly don't know. I probably want to say smell. Because I really, God forbid, I never want to be blind. There's so many things in this world that I love to look at, that I love to see. And I'm so in love with sound that I would never want to be deaf either. Obviously, like, touching, I mean, like, if I give up the sense of touch, do I then, like, lose my hands? Or can I just not feel anything if I touch it? That's a question. So, I guess, honestly, probably smell. I definitely want to be able to taste. Like, this right now, if I can taste this, I'd be so upset. So upset. Okay? Even though this one's not trying to crack open to let me actually taste it, but I digress. Alright, let's see. Ah, my phone keeps locking. I probably should have wrote these down. Since I'm eating, like, the messiest food known to mankind. Like, literally, look at my hands. Okay, so the next one, someone asked, how are my house renovations coming on? And I feel like I saw that question somewhere else. Also, someone, oh, where's my house tour? Okay, so I guess technically there are 2 separate questions. The question about how the renovations are coming along. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you know that I have been renovating my home and basically completely gutted it out and are starting from scratch. And it's kind of like, been kind of great because it gives me the opportunity to be able to kind of like creative, like be creative and kind of do whatever it is that I want. So hopefully in a few months time you guys will see that. Now right now they are on hold. I had put them on hold a couple months ago just because like the holidays were coming, and you know the new year was coming and work was gonna get slow, and like for you guys who don't know, I work at a restaurant, and so I really like my job can be, for the most part we stay pretty busy, but excuse me, we can also be very seasonal sometimes, like where like January gets really slow. And so just for like financial reasons I wanted to be able to kind of put a hold on it, just to be able to like kind of not go broke completely in the process. So there's that. And then of course now that like coronavirus is going on, whatever, A, I'm not working, and B, even if I was working, we really wouldn't really want to have anyone in here doing all that work, just for not only our safety but also for theirs. So that's kind of why everything is on hold and is still on hold. As far as the house tour is coming, I did take a lot of photos and a lot of video of the demo, and I still have it all. The reason that it has not been uploaded is because I felt like posting it now when the end result wasn't going to be for so many months. It just didn't seem to me like people would be able to keep up or eventually even care. So I just felt like video wise it just made more sense for me to post those videos closer together. Maybe like, hey, like this was the before and now this is the after, because like if I showed you the after right now, it's still just walls, like literally, like it's literally just sheetrock. It hasn't been painted, the full floors have not been put down, even there's certain things that even haven't been carved out yet, like the kitchen cabinets haven't been put in, like there's not, all the gut work is done, but now like my closet still hasn't been built. We don't have the doors. Like there's not that much to do, but there's still so much left to do. But as of right now, obviously because no one knows what's going on in the world right now, we have no idea when they're gonna be I'm losing crab. We have no idea when they're even gonna be able to come back and do it. So it kind of just, I personally felt like it just didn't make sense. Now if you guys would like to just see in a full video what's been done already, absolutely let me know. Leave a comment down below and I'll post it. Like there's not even a question about it. So yeah, there's those two answers kind of in one. What are my favorite Disney movies? Solid Disney movies, like animated. I feel like I'm just gonna go with animated. I am 31 years old, so oh, I lost a crab. As I was saying, I'm 31 years old, so I like the classics. I'm really big on like Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Pocahontas, The Little Mermaid, The Lion King. And when I say these, I mean the originals, not the live actions. I feel like I can't really say that. Oh God. I don't love the live actions. I'm not gonna say I hate them. I don't love them. I just feel like they pale in comparison. Sorry. They just pale in comparison to me to what the originals were. I grew up watching Disney movies. Like that's what my mom played for me when I was a kid. Like while everyone was like watching Barney, Sesame Street, and like Blue's Clues and the Teletubbies. I was literally in my house binge watching like those classic movies. So like my absolute favorites, 100% Beauty and the Beast is probably my favorite. Cinderella, Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, and The Lion King. Like hands down. Hands down. I really hope I didn't miss any, because if I did, I'm going to be really mad. But honestly, I think that's it. Alright, the next question is, if I can have a dinner party and invite 7 celebrities, dead or alive, who would they be? God, I feel like this is going to be so controversial. I really do feel like this is going to be so controversial right now, my answer. Okay. Hold on. I'm about to get dragged, I feel. Alright, here we go. Definitely Christina Aguilera. I have her like lyrics tattooed on my arms, for God's sake. Like, if that was even a doubt in anyone's mind, you've lost your mind. Janet Jackson, because she was like the original bomb ass, kick ass, like female, like boss ass bitch. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say Michael Jackson. I mean, I don't think I really have to explain. And Rihanna. Do I need to explain? No. Let's see. 3 more. Ooh, this is tough. This is hard. Wow, guys. This is hard. Oh, duh, Eminem. Duh. Eminem would get, like, seriously. I have 2 more. Probably Kim Kardashian. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to have something to say about that. And that's fine. But say what you want about her. She's smart as hell. Like, they took their, like, mediocre wealth and, like, flipped it into, like, insane wealth. To the point where, like, they're literally known everywhere around the world. And not everybody can do that. And last one I'm probably gonna say is Will Smith. I don't think I ever realized that until just now. I just think he's so dope, and I think his personality is radiant. I feel like he is like a bright light in a dark tunnel, and I feel like he's incredibly intelligent, and I love to kind of like figure out where his head's at. And I love his like family dynamic. I love his relationship with his kids. I like the way he's raised his kids. But yeah, there's like a whole heap of reasons as to why like I would invite all those people. It's only 7, so it's a hard ass list. So I said Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Christina Aguilera, Eminem, Rihanna, Will Smith, Kim Kardashian. There you go, 7. All right, next. Oh my God, there's so many questions. I don't think I'm gonna get through all of these. What do I love most about makeup? Honestly, makeup is art. And I feel like a lot of times people just think that makeup is like a mask, and I don't necessarily think that's the case. The same way like a painter can sit down in front of a canvas and kind of get lost for hours, I can do the same thing on my face. I can do the same thing on someone else's face. I just feel like anything that kind of makes you feel better, and not about and I'm not just talking about image. Like anything that makes your soul feel better is like amazing to me. So I think honestly that's it. There's no weird like philosophical answer to that question, honestly. I think that's it. I think it's just that I can kind of sit down at my vanity for hours and I don't have to answer to anybody. There's no right or wrong in what I'm doing. Of course there's like, yeah, there's things that look better or look bad or whatever, but really like that's, once again, that's subjective, and it just allows me to be creative in where other places I'm not, or not that I'm not, but like I necessarily can't be as creative. I guess that's the better, look at this. Yeah, I think that's just the answer to that. What's my favorite childhood and my favorite adult memory? I swear to you, I probably don't know. I guess it's not like one specific time or day or whatever, but when I was a kid, my grandmother used to take us to Disney World every year. We would go to Orlando and we would spend 2 weeks there, and she had a timeshare, and it would just be me and my cousins, my aunts, and like sometimes my mom would go, whatever. It would just be like a family thing. And we'd be down there for 2 weeks and we'd just kill it in the parks. And I'm a big like roller coaster and ride head in general. Like I could probably ride rides all day. Like, strap me to a roller coaster seat and just send me off. I'm good to go. I think that's probably one of the best memories I have. That's the best thing I can think of. It was so rewarding. Whoa! I almost lost this. My best adult memory is hard. I have so many beautiful, amazing memories and things that I can kind of cherish and talk about. Best adult memory. Best adult memory. I'm like literally drawing a blank. I guess right now, if I had to choose one, it would have been a few weeks ago when I was in Bali. I went swimming with manta rays, and you know, so I woke up that morning kind of being like, damn, I really hope we see these. But I remember like being in the car on the way there being a little bit like, what are the odds that I'm gonna see this? Like, it's so random, and you know, we don't know. And so while we were on our way there were all these other boats coming back, and he kept asking on from boat to boat, like, did you see any? Like, did you see Manta? Like, Manta? Like, whatever. Everyone was saying no. So I was like, damn, I knew it. Like, I knew this was gonna happen. Like, it's too good to be true. And one thing I will tell you guys about me, I am in love with the ocean. Like, I want to pet a whale. Like, that's how much I love the ocean. Like, I literally want to clip onto the back of a fucking whale's tail and just sail around the ocean with him. That's how much I love the ocean. So I was just like, you know, this sucks. Like, you know, like, once again, I'm here. I flew on a plane for 23 hours and I'm not gonna see it. I was a little bummed. And we jump in the water, and just like that, in 2 seconds, the guy starts screaming, Manta, 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 like freaking out. And I stick my head in, and literally, this giant mantis just like coming from the bottom right up to my face. And I remember looking for my friend, because, like, you know, the water's just choppy, and like it was also gonna storm, so the waves were just a little bit heavier than like normal. The water is not still. Also, we're in the middle of the ocean. And I remember looking up and looking for my friend, and I see her, my friend Ice. Excuse me, my English. My friend Isis, I see her, and I'm like, I see it. Like, I'm freaking out. And like, I was so psyched out that I kept like coming, oh, my nose is itching and I can't scratch it. I kept like coming out of the water to be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I'm like, bitch, if you keep taking your head out of the water to scream, oh my god, you're not gonna continue to see it. Put your head back in the water. Like, but yeah, like that, I think honestly, like, if I had to choose one right now on the spot, that's probably one of the coolest things I've done. So yeah, I guess that's all I've got for those two. I don't know if I answered them correctly, but I hope I didn't do you guys wrong. I'm getting so full, not gonna lie. Casamigos añejo in the glass. Alright, back to my questions. Ooh, this one's I guess a little, I mean, I'm not gonna say touchy, but a little personal. It said, I've been thinking about joining a charity or doing some type of walk this year. And then they asked about me and which one I would do. My mouth is on fire. There's definitely a bunch of walks that I would eventually love to partake in. I feel like I always say I'm gonna do them, and it's like, that's a bad habit of mine. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it this year, and then I don't. Usually because I forget halfway through, and then I'm finding out like the day of, or like something like that. Like, I'm not really sitting down and really doing the research, which is shame on me. I will take full responsibility for that. Shame on me. But if I would do one, I guess it would be for suicide. The reason that if I had to pick one, it would be that one. I have a personal experience with someone who committed suicide. So I think that I would definitely have to go with that one. Things don't seem as real until they happen to you. Or until they happen to someone you know, or it happens in front of you. That doesn't mean that I'm not very aware and very understanding and empathetic. Say like breast cancer or leukemia or you know, LGBTQ walks, like, you know, things like that. Like, yes, I'm very aware of those things. And I'm very empathetic, and I will do always what I can to do the right thing by people in general. You're a person, I'm a person, he, she, it, everything. We're people. And so regardless of all those things, I'm very aware that all of these issues are going on in the world. Health, mental, all of the above. I think with this particular situation, it hits close to home because I feel like this is something that can be prevented. And I think sometimes we don't take things seriously enough. And so people who need help don't even know how to really reach out and get help. Now, is it always going to be a perfect system? No, I don't believe that. But I do think with the right levels of communication and really people being able to speak their mind and explain themselves and really find ways to get out of the dark holes that they're in, because no matter how you spin it, if you are thinking about ending your life, that's because you don't think there is an out. You don't think there is a better way out of what it is that you're feeling. And I feel like there needs to be a better way for people who feel that way or have ever felt that way to be able to communicate it and to be able to understand that things might be bad today or tomorrow or a month or 6 months or a year from now, but they may not necessarily always be that way. And of course, there's levels to this. Like, depression is a disease, 100%. And so, like, I like, you know, I just feel like I don't know the answers. And I'm being honest about that. I don't know the answers. I don't know how to change the mind of a person who has decided that living is not worth it. I don't know how to do that. But I do know that I watched someone that I love at the age of 19 decide in her own home that she didn't want to live anymore. So I think if I had to pick one, it would definitely be that for all of the above reasons. So yeah. Tell us how you made your boil. So how I made this. This is not a flattering angle at all. Okay, sit up, sis. How I made this. You guys are probably going to drag me. You're gonna drag me, and that's okay. I am so basic when it comes to seafood. I mean, like, unless it's like, no, I think I'm just basic when it comes to seafood. I was gonna try to give you guys like a way. I was gonna try to give myself a way out, and nope, can't do it. So basically what I do is I take whatever liquor I have on hand. Sometimes it's beer, sometimes it's tequila, sometimes it's whiskey. It's never vodka. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I do not purchase vodka. Nasty. I like to steam my crabs. So the whole crabs I like to steam. So I do like a double, are they like double broilers, double boilers, like whatever. The pot, the top pot that kind of looks like a colander, and then like the pot on the bottom. So I do that, and I mix water, whatever liquor I have on hand, like I said, and then I season it. So more water than liquor, but like that much, or maybe like equal parts. It really just depends on my mood. And then I add a shit ton of Old Bay to the water, and then I do garlic, crushed red pepper, and a little bit of sugar. And then I just steam them with the pot on, and then I season the actual crab with Old Bay. Like you can see kind of like all over this one, it's like covered in Old Bay. And then with the legs, I always put those in the oven. I know people can cook them like stovetop. Something about them being in the oven is just for me. So I just put them in the oven with, again, garlic and Old Bay, and then with the legs, I smother them in butter. And then those just go in the oven until they look good, and then I take them out, and then I take a little bit of the water from the bottom of the pot once it's like cooked and boiled and like whatever, and I pour it on top of the crabs. I know I have to keep eating, like I know I'm supposed to finish eating this, but I don't think it's gonna happen. The next question is, I hate her. I know this person who asked this question. Would I rather have to eat scrambled eggs every day and be able to eat seafood, or only drink cheap vodka? I mean, cheap alcohol. I would definitely eat the 2 scrambled eggs every day in order to get my seafood. I could not drink cheap alcohol just to get seafood. I can't. I can't. Like when I go places and they're like, is well okay? I'm like, no bitch, is well okay for you? No. First of all, I'd be throwing up in the back alley every day without fail. I'd be gagging somewhere. That's number one. Second of all, I have a headache. Guaranteed. And third of all, I'd probably have alcohol poisoning because I drink too much. But yeah, if I had to drink cheap vodka, I mean, why do I keep saying vodka? If I had to drink cheap alcohol every day, I'd have alcohol poisoning by now because I have no limits. Like I have zero self-control. I'm that girl who goes out, I'm like, hey, can I get an añejo on the rocks? And then they're like, yeah, shots for everyone. Like literally, that's me. And then by the time I've done, I've had 3 tequilas on the rocks, 7 shots, which basically I've just had half a bottle of tequila. No chaser, no mixer. And now I'm hopping home, waking up in the morning, sick as a dog. And you think I want to do that with the cheap well Seriously, with the vodka, what is with me? You think I want to do that shit with a cheap tequila? Absolutely not. No siree, Bob. Have a nice day. Exit stage left. Alright, moving on. Oh, I love this one. Advice on how to stay motivated to film. Honestly, it is just a matter of like dedication. I know that that's probably not what anybody wants to hear. For me, it's really just a matter of... Okay, no, let me start over. I have really good days. I'm gonna say really good weeks and really bad weeks, honestly. Some days, like, I'm like, boom, I gotta get up, I gotta film. Like, this week, I think already I'm on my 3rd video in, like, 4 days. And because I'm just happy, like, I'm enjoying doing it. Now, are you always gonna enjoy working? No, that's just... Even the people who love what they do, myself included, I love doing this, I really do. But we all have days where we don't want to do anything. You can't tell me that you're not someone who has a day, even if it's once a year. Everybody goes through phases where they don't want to do anything. I think on those days where you don't want to do anything and you don't feel like working, put yourself into a routine. So one thing that I found was really helpful was one day I just sat down, I grabbed my notebook, and I just made a list of the videos that I'm interested in filming. You're just gonna create a list of what the videos you want to film, and then you may add videos or you may take away videos if you don't really feel like they're authentic to you or true to you. Or let's say you were kind of like, oh, I'm gonna film a clothing haul, and then you ordered all these clothes or you pulled out all these outfits and you hate them all, so you're gonna scratch that video off. Okay, cool, fine, you've got your list. Let's just say it's 10 videos. Wow, I'm just splashing crap everywhere. Let's just say it's 10 videos. Pick 10 days that you know you're available. So, or like you can make yourself available. Set an alarm on your phone, whatever. I'm gonna film on Wednesdays, I'm gonna film on Saturdays, and really put yourself into a routine. It's just a matter of like, if you put yourself on like a free schedule, which don't get me wrong, like even myself, like I have free schedules, I have free schedule days. Like some days I just wake up and I'm like, I'm gonna film a video today. Or whatever video was number 6, I'm gonna film video number 6 today, whatever. I have days like that, yes, absolutely. But other days I keep myself on a schedule. Is it foolproof? No. Is it gonna fail sometimes? Absolutely. But like, we all have days where we call out of work, or we don't feel well, or we call in sick, or whatever, or like we go to work and we don't really perform our best. That's to be expected. But as long as you get up again the next day, whether it's the very next day or the day that you're scheduled to get up, just get up and do it. And like, sometimes it's not you're not in the best mood, but I promise you, if this is what you enjoy doing and you're doing it for all the right reasons, the minute you sit in front of the camera, you're like, boom, I'm here. Hey, like, I'm telling you, when I was making my food, I was like, I just want to eat and watch The Resident and just like go to sleep. But I was like, no, I'm filming today. Like, I told myself I am filming today. I had all these people ask me all these questions. The last thing I'm going to do is not film. So it's just a matter of like really being disciplined and really being aggressive on yourself and coming up with what works for you. If writing it down and setting a schedule doesn't work for you, find what does. If you need a calendar in your kitchen or in your bedroom or in your office or wherever it is that you're gonna film, write it in there, stick a post-it on it, like film day, whatever, and every day you pass it, you're gonna say to yourself, shit, on Wednesday at 6 p.m. I have to film. And tell yourself that you have to do it. It's a job. And even though you love it, it's still a job. And if you treat it like a job, you will come every day and you will do it the way you're supposed to. Alright, so, oops. So the next question is, what have I been watching while stuck at home? I have watched so many shows since I've been in quarantine. It's disgusting. So some shows that I picked up brand new that I never had seen before since quarantine. I watched all 3 seasons of Ozark. I watched Big Little Lies, which I'm like obsessed with. So obsessed. I recently started watching The Resident. I watched the docu-series called Cheer. I also started watching Little Fires Everywhere. I watched Station 19. So yeah, I got into that. There's like some ASMR shit right now. I just want the meat out of here. Then I watched The Bold Type. Oh, and I watched The Stranger. I think that's it for like new series. By the time you guys see this, it'll probably be it'll probably be we. I will then, you know, go back, like I'll start watching like my regular shows as well. Like I watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I watch Grey's Anatomy, I watch The Handmaid's Tale. Insecure is back tonight, so I'll be watching that. What will I be doing with my hot girl summer? Honestly, the way it's looking right now, ma'am, I don't be doing shit. Like, honestly, I was supposed to be going to Italy, but obviously, Coro / Rona had other plans. So, I'm so full, guys. I honestly can't eat anymore. I think the last question was what my Hogwarts house is, and once again, I'm probably going to be dragged. I haven't seen a Harry Potter movie in years. I feel like I just want to be like, my Hogwarts house is probably like Gryffindor. But I also haven't seen Harry Potter in so long. I liked Harry Potter, but I was not like a Harry Potter head. So yeah, I'm probably going to just say that it was probably Gryffindor. I think that's the right house. I don't think it's like Hufflepuff or like Slytherin. Definitely not Slytherin. I didn't really like anyone from Slytherin house, or at least not that I can recall. But I also can only remember like Harry Potter. Like literally, they're like, what name characters in Harry Potter? And I'm like, Harry Potter. So yeah, drag me. That's cool. Just drag me through the mud. Anyway, I want to just say thank you to everybody who participated, every single person who asked me any questions. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question. It's just, I feel like this video is already at like the 60-minute mark, and I don't want it to stay there, or get worse, of course. So I am going to end it here. And if you guys want to see me do another one, maybe not necessarily a mukbang, or if you guys want to see me do a mukbang with maybe different food or whatever you want, just tell me what you want. What do you want? What's that clip from The Notebook? He like flips out on her. What do you want? It's not that simple. Literally, that's me right now. But yeah, so just tell me what you guys want to see. And like I said in the beginning of this video, if you guys enjoyed it, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and of course clicking the bell so you guys get notified when I post another video. And if you haven't already, I don't know what you're waiting for. I really don't. Subscribe to my motherfucking channel. Yes, I just bleep myself out. That's the type of shit I do around here. Yeah, just do it. Like, what the fuck are you waiting for? Subscribe. Now. Do it. Do it. You can do it. Alright, I'm done. Bye, guys.